It is August 13th, 2012. I'm here on Blaisdell Street in Rockford, Illinois, where I was sold a trap by local agents of the Chicago Mormon Mafia, which are the ones that introduced heroin to America in 1959 with the Vatican Bank. This street has been distressed for many years. Over here is where the mayor's brother used to live. And up until about 5 years ago, there were traffic going up and down stopping up and down this street here for probably 20 years. When I bought this place in 2008, there was traffic here up and down the street, like I-90, like an expressway on Friday and Saturday night. So I've seen it myself. And I was sold this property on a street that bankers won't loan you money to, and realtors won't show. So right now the street is in an upswing. People are investing on this property, but they don't get bank loans. It's all private money, because this has been a targeted street for the past probably 30 years, maybe longer, for cocaine and trafficking in the Rockford area. Over here there used to be a sex club. Now what they do here in Rockford is that when they want to cover up the evidence, they just tear down the building. That's why you've got about a third of the properties here that are torn down. And then the Rockford Housing Authority comes through and spends $250,000 to put in a new house, where a private investor could do it for $50,000. But that money goes to the crony capitalists who are part of the cartel here in Rockford, which is a franchise of the Chicago Machine, and part of the cocaine trafficking. Now, I've been targeted for 40 years, and for the past 4 years they've been very intense. I rented this a year ago, a year ago, beginning of October, to a fellow named Rain Miller. His dad vouched for him that he was a very responsible kid. He was about early 20s. Him and his girlfriend were going to live here. She was pregnant, and they moved in. And no sooner did they move in than apparently they moved out and ran this place as kind of a kind of a clubhouse, maybe a brothel. In Rockford, you can pretty much count on the worst to be happening. So what they did then was, although Rain was paying the rent and his dad Jason vouched for him, Jason left after the first month, and his friends that were living upstairs eating that cheap pizza, they crapped downstairs here in the toilet after clogging up the drain. They clogged up the drain down here, and then for the next 3 months, up until February, they Bill Clintoned in the toilet upstairs, and it overflowed all the way down here, backed up all the way on the new floor that I just painted. So this is damages that the local cartel, the Mormon Mafia, and the city of Rockford do to the people they target who speak out against their corruption and from exposing them. Now, I have been a journalist for 25 years, and this is part of them trying to keep me from the Rock River Times. They broke the furnace downstairs, and so then there was no heat in here, and they froze the pipes. So I just fixed those. It was a very strange fix, because it was like the pipe was completely unscrewed. Here it is right here. It was completely unscrewed. That union there that holds those two ground fit brass fittings together was completely unscrewed. So never seen that before. So they broke the furnace, froze the pipes, and I had turned them off, and I guess they must have come back through and turned them on. So there was a log through this window here. Somebody just in the past few months had done that. So there's beds and all. There's 4 bedrooms in here, but that wasn't enough. They even had one in the attic. So they left all this stuff. As you can see, this is a dartboard. They just completely used this wall as a dartboard backdrop. They didn't do a whole lot of damage here. Like I say, the big damage was. Now this is some of their damage, of course. So anyway, I just wanted to point out that this is the way people are targeted by the local City of Rockford cartel. And because they run the city building department, at any point they can send their people over to, number one, damage your property, and then send over the building department to cite you, which is what they've been doing to me for the past 4 years. So they've cost me, in total, about $1 million over the past 40 years. You can't stop them in court because the people targeting me, here in Rockford, their father-in-law is Dallin Oaks, who is next in line to take over the Mormon Church for George Herbert Walker Bush and the CIA New World Order. When you follow Dallin Oaks' resume, you'll see that he has been a New World Order recruiter at the University of Chicago as a law professor at the same time that David M. Kennedy was on the Board of Trustees. David M. Kennedy was Treasury Secretary to Nixon, and his partners were the Vatican Bank and the ones that introduced heroin to America in 1959 through Chicago's corrupt political machine. So right there's where I almost got killed a couple of years ago, and I missed being hit right there. I was moving at about 30 miles an hour, hit me. I walked away with a McDonald's Frappe Mocha all over me. All right, signing out. Rockford, Illinois, August 13th, 2018. Damages of the Mormon Mafia local real estate cartel, who are money launderers with the local City of Rockford cartel and the housing authority. The end game here is to destroy all the property in town and then buy it up for themselves, thinking that the New World Order is going to let them keep it and rule over us like the new landlords of the New World Order they believe they are. So, all right, signing out.